Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm Merika.
And this is I Don't Know What I'm Doing.
'Cause we don't! Here's another episode!
Guys, hello.
Hey.
We're totally not recording back to back right now. I mean, it's going to be a week apart. You don't remember?
You don't know what we said last week.
Totally different time.
I don't even know what we said last week.
Yeah, a week ago, not 30 seconds ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm. This is the Minisode. We're doing 2 in a row because our schedule got off because Marika's COVID scare.
Right. And Miles is going camping.
Yeah, I'm going like glamping with my
significant other,
boyfriend or whatever. It's just like so braggy to say. I can't even be like.
Why? What?
I always feel braggy to be like with my boyfriend, like, and then like show them the ring and be like, look at my like diamond, you lonely Oscar.
Would you want a diamond?
No.
Okay. No. What kind of wedding band would you want? Wedding ring?
I don't know if I want one or not. Like one of my brothers, like Graham and Rachel, they don't have rings at all. They never did. So you don't have to.
I know, but I like it. I like it for me.
I think it doesn't have to be real or anything. Like I don't care about the quality, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Society has not programmed me as a man to care about this crap. So but I think I'd want to be like probably some sort of like gold color, but I like it where it's like flat on top, and then maybe like some sort of like design or something in the flat kind of square on top.
Yeah, I would want like a vintage ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would like. Recycle that metal.
Yeah.
Okay. I want brilliant earth, no blood diamond bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I would like. Once it's that. And the cut and the clarity.
Yeah.
But I like simple bands. I like dainty jewelry a lot.
Yeah. It's more classic and classy than just like a rock.
Yeah. I hate big like granted, like if someone gave me a 10-carat diamond ring, am I gonna say no? Of course not. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, let's cut this in half, or to 1/8 of this, and like turn this into like a necklace or earrings or like it's just like so. I'm mostly afraid my hand's gonna get cut off to get this diamond. Okay, they'll just like, whoa.
Oh, like that episode of Nip Tuck where that motorcyclist cuts off Rosie O'Donnell's ear. Because she has expensive earrings on. So then she gets her ear...
Does she play herself? Like, does she...
Yes, it's Rosie O'Donnell. She's on a few episodes.
I didn't know that.
This guy on a motorcycle comes by, cuts her ear off because she plays this, like, really rich woman. So then she gets her ear grown back on the back of a rat. But then she's like, how can I kill a rat to get my ear? And then she just keeps the rat with her ear on it as a pet. That show's weird.
Ryan Murphy.
That was not season 1. It was, like, season
Ryan Murphy. But that guy will never run out of ideas, ever.
Shout out to Peter Dinklage, prominent cast member on that show, weirdly. Peter Dinklage really went through all the shitty roles to get to the good roles.
He sure did.
Like he was on Nip Tuck.
I didn't
Season
know he was
3 or something.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He sure did. That's how the actress for Cersei, like, they did shitty theater together. And she was
Those two actors? Mm-hmm. Dinklage and her, but he's American and she's British.
Whatever. They just tried to do anything they could.
Oh.
And she was like almost about to max out her credit cards, like on the verge of being dirt poor. And then he recommended her for Cersei, and then she got it. So, yeah.
Which is not how I imagine Cersei in the books. Because I read the books, you guys.
Yeah, but you don't remember what you read.
Kind of. Well, there's a lot to remember. But in Cersei in the books, I think because she starts out... Sorry, guys, who didn't watch or read, but Cersei's like the big bad bitch, like, whatever. She starts out married to Robert Baratheon, and he's supposed to be this big kind of bull of a guy. He's just like a big, like, tall,
Douche.
like, hefty dude. So I always imagined her as kind of a counterpart to him, where I imagined that she was very curvy. Like, I'm she's like... boobs, hips, hourglass. Like, she's not this skinny little thing. She's, like, thick. But then in the show, she's, like, this bony,
Did they describe her that way in the book?
I don't think so. I think, but I don't know if they necessarily described her slender ever though either. I think they were just like, I was like, oh, she's a mother and she's with Robert Baratheon, who's a big guy, so she's gonna be like this curvaceous.
No, because he constantly cheats on her with like voluptuous women. So like.
Oh yeah, so he like wants to crash his car on those curbs, like body like a back road.
Okay.
That country song. Does somebody remember that one? I'm gonna go slow just as fast as I can. Body like a back. No, okay. Sam Hunt. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm surprised I know this and you don't.
Oh my god. I'm gonna listen to that now.
So, questions. This is a question episode.
What was the question?
You guys, we are filling your lives.
Yeah.
We are taking up time for you. Okay.
Time for
you're
you.
Commuting.
While you're not commuting. You're in front of your computer,
oh, yeah.
like ignoring.
You're washing
your shit.
dishes. Okay.
You're not washing dishes. You're in front of your computer.
I don't do podcasts while I'm at work. I can't.
Oh well.
I'm a writer. I can't. I have to like think and write and idiot.
Most of our jobs don't require really thinking. It's just like memorization and muscle memory. So.
But we have some questions.
Yes, we do.
Marika's gonna start.
Oh, okay.
She got some of these off Reddit, I think.
Reddit.
Yeah.
Good place to go.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a serious one. Okay, and so we need to end on a lighter note.
Okay.
Okay. So Jojo Eats Your Cupcakes asks how to stop self-harm.
I'm like, we're so not qualified.
Crickets.
Cicadas.
So I replied to this one. The other ones I just told like few weeks, blah, blah, blah. But I immediately did not hesitate to reply to this. Yeah. So I said, text home to 741741 for help with a counselor. Because I didn't know what they meant. Like, I thought immediately like cutting.
That's what I was thinking.
But then when I reread it now, I'm like, well, maybe they meant like being a masochist with like people. Like, I keep falling with people that I know are going to hurt me, but I just do it anyways. Like I kind of do.
I feel like self-harm is cutting.
Yeah, but that's how I replied it. And I told them, like, I don't have a lot of personal experience with that. I would suggest talking to a professional about the pain you're struggling with. I know it might be easier said than done, but I hope it helps. Our podcast is I Don't Know What I'm Doing on Spotify. You want to hear my co-host's answer. It might take a few weeks. Miles?
Self-harm. Okay, self-harm comes from, like, low self-esteem, low self-worth. It's a coping mechanism for...
Yeah, that could be part of it. But it's also release of endorphins.
Yeah, okay, true. It doesn't have to be... It's definitely a coping mechanism. It's like a way...
It is a coping mechanism,
it's a way to have probably control when things are out of control. Because they talk about that a lot, like... There's the locus of control, and like if you feel like you are in control of your life, you're a happy person, and then when you feel like you're out of control and everything's just fucking happening around you, it's not going to be as happy of disposition. Of course it's not. But how to stop self-harm? Once you're in that place, I mean, I think counselor is good so that you can, because I think just like voicing what you're feeling or writing down what you're feeling, like naming it, then it's instead of trapping it all in your head in this crazy like dark spiral, it's like just speak to somebody else about it or name it, like then you can start to address it. Then it's a thing you can actually tackle and address.
It becomes like something kind of more tangible in a sense, and like just recognizing that you need to stop, I think is beneficial too, because some people don't, they're fine with it.
And then getting help and, like, even just talking to somebody else about it so you're like, oh, I'm not alone in this. Like, it's not, like, it's... I think that's huge.
Right. And, like, this person, like, reaching out to a stranger about it, I think I should have said that it's, like, a huge step.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like, that means you really want it. Like, you are trying to find it. So. And
then from there, it's probably, now that I'm thinking more like what a counselor could help you with, but it's probably then more about coping mechanisms. Like when you do want to self-harm, like
tools.
You have to build the tools and build new habits.
Yeah, that's a key thing. Like,
do I know what those are? No.
No, we don't.
That's a thing.
Because we don't know what your triggers are.
Yeah.
Ma'am or sir.
Ma'am or sir.
Or they.
Boo thing.
Boo. Spouse.
Yeah, spouse.
Miles, do you have a lighter one?
how do I dress myself with confidence? I do want to say that my friend that asked this
Avoids mirrors.
last time we hung out
Avoids mirrors.
does avoid mirrors, but last time we hung out, he like unbuttoned his shirt, like it was unbuttoned one lower than it normally was, and there was some chest hair showing, and I was like, okay, like yes.
Did you voice that to him?
He was like, is this button too low, especially if I'm like going to work? And I was like, no, it's not, because I don't have a lot of chest hair really at all. Like if
oh yeah, you know,
it doesn't show if I like pull my shirt down. So I'm like, if I had it, I would be like teasing people with that all the time, because I'd be like, it's something inappropriate. Do you see something that's distracting to you? My thick forest of manliness is just on display. Just
sprouting out of my chest, like
yeah, like to me, like if you got it, haunt it. Dressing yourself with confidence, that's hard because I'm
that is
like,
so hard. I would just find clothes that are flattering to you. That is going to take some time,
and that you like.
Yeah,
like not like safe stuff, but you like.
Stop avoiding the mirror, because if you see yourself in an outfit and you're like, oh, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Tailoring stuff, getting stuff tailored, like certain things. Like
getting stuff tailored, looking in the mirror, put on some Lizzo, which is all about self-love,
right.
and like being like 100% that bit.
Right.
And then look in the mirror and be like, I am gonna unbutton this like one more.
One more.
Yeah.
Women love that. Okay, not students, don't do it, but okay. Women love that. I personally like a good bulge. Okay. I love it.
I feel like
Isaac would constantly be worried about it, and I'm like,
I worried about it, like about his showing too much. See, I worry about it too, and maybe that's why, because I don't want there to just be like this bulge while I'm like at work or something. And I think maybe that's why like I never check out other guys' bulges, because to me it's like a respect thing. Just for me, I'm like I'm not gonna take advantage of you. Like but I know everyone else I know, gay guys, straight women, they're just like I'm banging those bulges, and which is fine.
What are those names again? It's like the kind of like a VPL, but
VPL, visible penis line.
Oh, okay.
It's like when gays say VPL, does not mean visible panty line. It's visible penis line.
Okay. I mean, at work it's kind of different, but when you're like, Isaac would constantly ask me when we're going out or he's going out, and I'm like, he's like, adjust it. I'm like, I don't understand what the problem is.
It feels like, to me, it feels vulnerable. Like it's my.
He didn't like his setup that much either. Like he thought it was just like the way his everything, like his penis and.
He didn't like his basket.
Yeah, I didn't like it that much.
What was wrong with it?
Nothing. He just personally didn't like it because no matter what he did, it would always be out. Like that, just the way it was. It was bulging out. Like it just. You know, he could adjust, but then it would go back to its natural state, and I'm like, I love it. I don't.
It was probably like a balls thing, I think.
Yeah,
pushing
exactly.
Forward.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, and that's nothing you can.
Well, I mean, America really hasn't had a reckoning about. No one ever talks about balls. They only talk about like that big fat cock or whatever, but no one's like those balls. Like, so I think men don't know where people land on balls. Like, is that a good thing?
Where do you land on balls?
I'm like neutral on them. Okay, here's the deal, America.
Okay.
My balls are like kind of big. So to me,
shut up.
Everyone else's are like so cute because they're like so small. Oh. Yeah. So I just think other people's are like cute because
I didn't even think about what size you were about that. I just thought about penis size. That's good. But I personally like. I like putting them in my mouth. I haven't done it in a while. I really should. You can get it in someone's ball in your mouth? Yeah, I feel like there's like switch it around a little bit. What? I've never done that. You've never done that? No. Sorry, I got really close. I'm kind of vanilla, you guys. Yeah, you are. Yeah. I did that when I was first starting having sex. Okay, well. I haven't done it in a long time. First person I was having sex with was extremely ticklish from basically head to toe, so it was confusing. That is really confusing. Yeah. Question. I do have another question, actually. Our last one that we have, so we have to ask it. Right, where'd it go? What movie should I watch?
I mean, Marika is really good at picking movies.
I sure am. I think the next movie you should watch, you're going to have to wait, though, is Tenet, the next Christopher Nolan movie with Robert Pattinson and...
What's his name? I feel like you
Robert.
literally said Rotten Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, and then, is it Denzel Washington's son? That's also stars in it,
George
too.
Washington?
Yes, George Washington. So that's the next, like, big movie. What's, like, a smaller movie? There's another, lesbian Kate Winslet movie with...
Wait, with Saoirse Ronan or something?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, like, on the sidebar
Yeah.
on Twitter, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, so... Don't know there's a lot of hype about this movie, too. It's more artistic direction. It's called Annulotti, or I'm pronouncing it way wrong. It starts with an A. It's one word. But it's a little bit tough because, being COVID, you can't go. I really miss going to the movie theater. I miss
Me too.
I miss the smell of popcorn. I miss, like, being in front of the big screen and that whole thing and getting the soda and, like...
I like it because, okay, smartphones and the internet have changed everything to me except the movies. Like,
Yeah.
you go to the movie, I'm not on my phone at all. My
Nope.
phone's off, I turn it off. Like, or it's silent, I don't touch
Right,
it,
right,
I'm just watching a thing.
Yeah.
Like, where phones are so insidious into, like, every other part of our lives, which,
Yeah.
ugh. But the movie is just
Movies.
pure.
It's just so pure. That has not changed, really.
No.
At all.
And the older I get, the more I miss the old ways.
Like Instant Messenger,
Yeah. We say this as we're podcasting, which is not part of the old ways, but...
It's another form of radio.
My movie recommendation, and I watched it earlier in quarantine, is Lovebirds, which is with Issa Rae and Kamal Nanjiani.
Yes, on Netflix.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched most of it. I did have to poop kind of in like a big part of it. Like it was a long poop.
And you couldn't pause the movie?
Well, I was watching it with two other people and I didn't want to be rude.
You don't want them to wait on you while you're like...
No.
That's honestly a nightmare situation where you're like, try
I
to
was
squeeze
at
it out.
home. I was at home, so I didn't really care.
Yeah, that movie's really fun.
It is.
Issa Rae and Kamal Nanjiani are like a couple, and they literally break up at the very beginning of the movie, but then they're also implicated in a murder. So they're like running around New Orleans, which is cool, and it's like filmed like in actual New Orleans, like they're in like grocery store parking
it's
lots
cheap
and
to film
stuff.
there.
Yeah. They're running around New Orleans, like, trying to kind of clear their names, but also, like, are we breaking up? Are we getting back together? And then Kumail Nanjiani has this, like, superhero body, which they really try to hide in that movie. Eagle-eyed, I'm looking for that shit.
I don't really notice a difference, but...
A man of Indian descent with a black beard that becomes muscular, I can't look away.
Isaac Chinwala.
Did he ever grow a beard?
Yeah, he had to have a beard. He had a baby face.
I thought he just had, like, a goatee type of thing.
No.
He had on the sides?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Anyway, Kumail, because there's even a scene where they change clothes in the movie, but they don't show like them changing clothes because they don't want, because Kumail's character would not make sense to have a superhero body. But there's one scene where he's like talking, and then one of his pecs like inadvertently flexes, like goes up and then drops back down. Because I look for this shit and I'm like, but I see you. I see you filling out that sweater.
Okay, whatever. He does wear a lot of layers.
Yeah, they're trying to hide it.
Yeah. He does wear a lot of layers, so.
You can't hide from me, Kumail. So those are our questions. Now we each have a question for each other. And my question, I want to give everyone a gift today. Okay?
Okay.
Every man in the world can be described in 3 ways. And every woman in 3 ways. Okay?
Okay.
A woman is either hot, cute, or pretty.
Okay.
And a man is hot, cute, or handsome.
Okay.
On a very rare occasion, a woman can be handsome, Eleanor Roosevelt, or a man can be pretty. Which one is Peter Dinklage?
What was for a man? Hot?
Cute or handsome?
I want to say handsome. Because handsome includes, for me, personality.
Okay, he has a handsome personality.
And has a handsome face. I mean, stature, unfortunately, is not my cup of tea. But...
I think... Okay, keep going, because I have my own opinion.
But... everything else, the other parts of this, the whole package, kind of makes up for his height. you know, because
Which he may or may not view as a flaw, but you do? No, I'm kidding.
Shut up. I mean, I think he's probably has owned his height by now, but when he was younger, probably not. And, you know, I would feel safe. I would want him... I would feel safe.
And that's part of being handsome?
Yes, it is. It is part of being handsome, because you have to have intellect as well, and, like, you know, have banter and fun. And also, I would like to feel safe with you, where, like, wherever we go, no matter what country, I feel like you would be able to figure it out for us. Like,
But he's incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So, handsome. Because also when he has, like, the beard and, like, his hair is a certain way, I'm like, yeah.
See, for me, I think it's hot. Because I don't really view Peter Dinklage as, like, classically handsome, but I think it's more the energy he exudes. Like, he has an amazing voice. It's super low and super commanding, but also smart.
Exactly.
To me, that's more hot things. And then the facial hair and the messy hair, those are, like, hot, like, those are hot things to me.
The voice. Voice does it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm horny already.
Okay, I'm like drinking wine. Okay, well, ask your question for me before you know.
What would you do if a friend wanted to break up with you?
I guess I can't go into too much detail because this is actually happening to me, and my friend is kind of breaking up with me. And at first my reaction, because we had like this discussion, and I think it was a misunderstanding, and he was offended, but I haven't been able to patch it up because I haven't seen him since then, and he's like ignored my texts and kind of cut me out, which I've seen him do to other people. So that's why I'm not very surprised. I've seen him do it to like a few other people. He's cut them out. So I'm like, I'm part of the pattern. So at first I was like, let me just let him cool off. Let me let this friend cool off.
Yeah.
Then I reached out and was like, hey, because I realized he was like ignoring me on, you know. And I was like, if I offended you, I realize you haven't been talking to me. Like, if I offended you, that was never my intent, and I'm sorry, and it's important that we're friends. Nothing.
Oof.
So then I talked to a mutual friend, and, like, got more of the tea, where he's like, yeah, like, he was really offended, and usually he gets over it, stuff like this, but he's not, and maybe write him a letter, like, maybe wait a little bit, and then, like, write a letter or an email to him. And at the time, I was like, oh yeah, totally, yeah. But then after, like, a few days later, it kind of made me hurt. Because I was like, like, I guess our friendship is so easy for someone to throw away. And they're viewing me. I get really kind of hurt when people view me as, like, a negative person or in a negative light. And that's kind of what it sounded like. And I was like, oh, so he's kind of viewing me as this thing that I don't want to be, and also... Just
because we had a disagreement.
Yeah, and I'm also like, how can we really be friends if we can't ever disagree? Merika and I disagree all the time.
Oh my god, we fight sometimes. That's part of a friendship or any type of relationship. There's ebb and flow. And, like, it's up to you to see, like, how important this friendship is, and, like, whether you're gonna, like, let it linger and, like, oh, I'm over this person.
Yeah. Or be able to have an actual discussion about it and be like, that's not what I meant, and of course I'm sorry, you know, like that. Friendships, that's what makes a friendship stronger.
Exactly.
Things like that.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know now if
I mean, when we ended this podcast, I was very butthurt, for a long time, but it never crossed my mind to stopping friends.
Right.
Like, I was just like, okay, maybe a relationship can be a little bit different or whatever. But it never, like, there's no way I'm cutting out this person out of my life. I've been friends with you forever. And that's not, like, I mean, that's a good reason and not so great reason. I mean, if this person is toxic to you, like, obviously cut them out, you know, set up healthy boundaries for yourself. But it wasn't enough to cut you out completely, or at least not have a conversation about it. Be like, hey, I'm really hurt by this, and for X, Y, and Z reason, like, we should talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, like, if that means, like, your friendship is not significant to him, or that's what his actions are showing.
That's how it kind of feels to me. That's why I'm like, okay, part of me could, like, go to try to really save it with some sort of, like, email or letter about how I'm so wrong, but I'm like, I don't think that doesn't feel right to me. I want to have a discussion about it face to face.
Yeah. I mean, like, you could maybe send an email that way and be like, hey, our friendship is still really important to me. And if it's important to you, like, I want to have a talk about how we're feeling about, and...
Yeah.
But it's up to you, So Miles is kind of not into this idea. But I would like to add maybe a new segment called What Grinds Marika's Gears.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so. All right, so this is timely because it's summertime, end of summer.
Okay, I've decided I'm going to time Marika's segment, and she's getting a minute.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, your minute starts now.
Okay, so I want to talk about swamp ass. Okay, I don't know. Also, not just swamp ass, but just the whole southern region of getting sweaty AF, and I'm not even hot.
Oh, your own swamp ass.
My own swamp ass.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not even hot, guys. Okay, just maybe this is TMI, but I go commando. Okay, that's what I do. I don't like panties unless I'm taking a photo shoot at my house, doing thirst traps. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing.
pH balance.
Right. Exactly. pH balance, okay? So I'm literally laying in my bed and I'm it's starting to get itchy only because there is moisture down there and not in a good way. Okay? I don't know what is happening.
You have 10 seconds.
I have to put baby powder or something. It's awful, okay? It's a little rash now. It's just I hate it.
Okay. That was a minute.
Okay.
Wait, I honestly love that it's a minute. It's so funny. There's no time for it to really do anything.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll keep that segment.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, you guys can email us your questions. We definitely need more questions. Lighter questions, maybe? What's going on with these minisodes?
I don't know.
idkpod@gmail.com or on Instagram.
At idkwhatpod.
My own, you can tweet at me at ugfine, which is UG, 6 H's and then fine.
Or at me for Instagram at madhate, HAYTE.
That's the fastest we've ever dropped all those.
Whoa, yeah, because we just did it.
No, we did not record these back to back. That's it. Bye, guys.
That's it. Bye.
Is something inappropriate? Do you see something that's distracting to you? My thick forest of manliness is just on display.